Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of my very own podcast. Today is going to be a very, very, very simple day. I'm basically just going to be introducing myself to you guys and talking about what this podcast is going to be about and what there is to come for future episodes and what you guys can expect out of me and what to listen to and hear for future episodes. So yeah, without further ado, hello guys, my name is Hayden Currie. I am a 19-year-old creator based out of Oregon. I'm going to community college right now to further my education in filmmaking. That is what I want to do for a career. That's what I want to do. I want to be a film director in the industry. I've had this passion for a long time. I've been wanting to do this since about 8th grade, and I'm 19 years old. So what? The better part of 11 years? Is that good math? I think. I don't know. I cheated my way through math. But yeah, I've been wanting to be a director and make films for a long time. And this passion kind of started, like I said, back in like 8th grade when I wasn't too sure what I wanted to do, and I was just starting my 8th grade year of middle school, and I kind of wanted to get it figured out. And I don't know what hit me, but I kind of just got this interest for making YouTube videos. I think it was from all the YouTubers I watched when I was a kid. Like, I watched Tanner Fox, Raymond Warner. I watched a little bit of Hayden Peterson, and it was just a mix of like these different genres and kinds of like vlogger style YouTubers and like creative style YouTubers. And I think that maybe could have sparked an interest for film for me. So when I was younger, I started a YouTube channel and made my first video walking around Kohl's with my mom, and literally filmed it on my old Samsung smartphone. And it was literally all one clip, and it was like a 13-minute video. And it was, watching it now, it's like the cringiest thing in the world. Obviously, like, I'm sure it's the same for everybody, but the crazy part about that is like I posted that video at like 6 p.m. and by 10 o'clock at night it had already like 350 views, and I have no idea why. I'm not even saying that to brag. I'm just talking about it and just saying like it's crazy how YouTube's algorithm works in mysterious ways sometimes. But yeah, from there I was kind of like, oh my gosh, I obviously people want to watch my videos, so now I want to make more. So I started making more videos when I was 13, 14 years old, and I loved it. I loved every single second of it. Yeah, every single video is probably super cringy, and I made them private, and I restarted my whole YouTube channel because I'm 19 years old, and watching those videos when I was 13, 14 years old is like the cringiest thing in the world. So I couldn't do it. I had to restart. I still have the videos, but I wanted something that kind of shows what I'm really capable of. I wanted to take this more seriously, in the fact of like, if I go out and shoot photos or shoot videos, then I want to make this video that I'm proud of and I'm excited to show other people on the internet of what I'm capable of doing creative wise. Because just honestly, like I said, it's fun when you're a kid, but when you grow up and it's just kind of cringy, and I personally didn't want that as an image for myself. I wanted people to see me more as a professional, and yeah, so that's why I kind of chose to restart the YouTube channel. But developing this passion of mine for filmmaking and photo and video really did start from YouTube. It was from watching all those YouTubers and seeing their success, and every kid's like, oh my gosh, I want to do that now. So that's what I did. And then over time I slowly started to get into, I moved from like scooter riding videos to photo videos, and then camera videos, and then filmmaking videos. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is my calling, kind of thing. So yeah, I would say that's what kind of influenced my passion for filmmaking and wanting to do this as a career. Thankfully, realized this passion early on. I would say, like I said, eighth grade, closer to freshman year. Um, I'm happy that I found this passion, before I graduated high school, because I would hate to graduate and not know what to do. But yeah, now I'm living in Oregon, and I'm going to community college to further my education in film. And honestly, I couldn't be happier where I'm at right now. I was kind of skeptical about going to community college, but it's actually really cool. You learn a lot about filmmaking, audio, cameras, gear, like little stuff that you never thought you would learn, like you do. It's really really cool. I would recommend it for people that are questioning if they want to go to university or community college. I would say start with community college. It's really really cool, and it's cheap. Um, it's really cheap compared to like USC or UCLA. It's crazy. I actually applied for USC, and looking at some of those tuition rates, it's crazy. It makes me wonder how I'm gonna afford it. But shoot for the stars, right? So just dream big. So um, not really worried about the money. I want to pursue my passion, and for to make it a career. I want to make a career out of it. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm going to community college, and I'm trying to become a director. Um, the reason I started this podcast was just kind of I felt like I had a very interesting story of how I was brought up and some of the challenges that I faced in my younger childhood, and just to where I am now and some of the accomplishments I've already had in my 19 years of life, which I think is super cool. I feel like I could inspire people 100%, and motivate people to chase their dreams, because that's ultimately what I want, and that's what I want people to see me as an inspirer, as a pursuer. So that's the main reason why I'm doing this podcast, is just to inspire people and tell people my story, and to talk about camera stuff too. I think that'd be super cool. So, but yeah, so when I was 7 years old, I was in elementary school, not knowing what I wanted to do, obviously, because I'm sure not every 7-year-old does, but I was in elementary school, and all of a sudden I started to experience these extremely painful headaches. Um, these headaches were so bad that I would be coming home from school like every single day. I stopped eating, and I was feeling sick like all the time. I was super lethargic. I wasn't sleeping very much because of the pain, and something was wrong. Obviously, that's not normal. It's normal to have a headache, but to have a headache that's so long and it doesn't go away and hurts that much, like it's just it didn't make sense. So my mom made the decision to take me to Chalk Hospital, which is the Children's Hospital of Orange County, and they ran an emergency MRI, where they put you in this big like space looking tube, and you're on this bed that moves automatically. It's kind of crazy. But after running that MRI, the doctors came back into the room with my mom and told her that I had a golf ball sized brain tumor growing in the back of my brain. Um I'm sure for my mom it was like instant like anxiety, as any parent would feel. I didn't really know what to think of it at the time, just because of how young I was, and I didn't really know what that meant. But the doctors explained thoroughly to my mom that they did have to perform an emergency surgery that night to remove the tumor. So that's what they did. 6.5 hours later, I'm in recovery, very blurry, waking up from the surgery, and little did I know I had a tumor growing in the back of my head. It's so crazy to think how quickly your life can change like that. I had to learn how to walk again. I had to have um, uh, reconstructive eye surgery to fix my eyesight, because I developed a lazy eye, which I developed. Well, not develop, but my eye muscles have weakened again, so I'm probably gonna have to go get another eye surgery soon. But yeah, it was crazy. They shaved my head. I had stitches in the front and the back of my head, and it's a crazy story. Um, but I'm here. I'm alive, thankfully. I'm better than ever. I've had yearly checkups for my brain to make sure that nothing has grown since, and I've been clear for a long time. This happened when I was 7 years old, and I'm 19 years old now, so 11 years. I mean, I think I'm okay to say that I'm safe, but yeah, kind of a crazy experience. Something that, you know, parents would never even imagine would happen to their kids. Um, it's just super crazy. It's super eye opening too how quickly life could have been taken away from me. The doctors actually told my mom that um, they expected with how bad I was, that within the next 3 days I could have not been here. I didn't actually know that until just a few years ago. To hear that kind of made my heart sink. To think that I was that close to death. Kind of taught me to not take things for granted. Because that's pretty close. But I'm very thankful to be here, sitting in front of these cameras and talking to you guys, and I'm very thankful for every single day that I wake up and I'm healthy, because it's just something, it's so unexpected. You wouldn't think that would happen, but I'm here, thankfully, and now I'm just kind of moving on with it. I still have scars in my head, but I just think it's like battle scars. It's kind of cool to have now. But yeah, so like I said, right now I'm living in Oregon and I'm going to community college for film. So when I was 13 years old, living in California, I decided that I wanted to try acting in the industry. I did about 5 years of theater acting prior, and then we moved to California from Oregon, and I wanted to keep acting, and I knew that I wanted to be in the industry as an actor. So my mom helped me sign up for a website called IMDb. I'm sure everybody's heard of it. It's a website that actors use to find jobs, and they set up a profile, and they have like their own thing to where they can just find all their gigs and everything and their headshots right there, and it's a very, very useful website. So when my mom created my IMDb, she's just started booking and booking and booking and booking and seeing what I could get, and I actually landed my first job in Los Angeles. It was a little comedy skit with two MTV actors, Monty Gear and Nico Peppa. And the name of it was Evil Doll. It was literally like a 30 to 45 second skit in an alleyway with these two MTV actors. And I played the little kid who walked up behind them and scares the crap out of them. And Monty Gear actually hits me across the face. Well, I hit the microphone, sorry. But he hits me across the face with a fake crowbar. And it looks super real on camera, it's super funny to say. But yeah, it's crazy to think that from a kid who has only done theater acting, and then he lands his first role working with two actors from MTV. I think that is like the coolest thing. I'll never forget that, and I couldn't be more thankful or happy to share that with you guys and have that as a memory of mine, because working with them was just like the coolest experience. And I think that kind of set up this feeling of mine of like, okay, like I'm excited to go on the next job. I'm excited to work with other people, because like they could have 100% been like snobs and been totally rude to me, and I think that would have made me feel completely different about the industry. of course, not everybody's going to be perfect. Not everybody's going to, be super outgoing. But just for them to treat me like take me under their wing and be super cool for my first gig, I think that is like the coolest thing. So shout out to Monty Gear, Nico Peppa. Um, yeah. And then after that, I booked a few more gigs in the industry. One of them was I played a zombie in a a film called The Clearing. Um, and that was probably one of the coolest roles that I've played. I was fully dressed in all zombie makeup, and we filmed my scene at night, and they actually had fake rain coming down, and I was chasing this character, and it was just the coolest thing. We were out there shooting takes, I'm pretty sure, until like 11, 12 o'clock at night. It was actually really intense, and my throat was hurting so bad because I had to make all those zombie noises, and they just kept saying, cut, retake, and it was like, oh my gosh. But at the time, it was like dreadful, but looking back, it was like super cool because I get to say now I played a zombie in a zombie film, which is awesome. I'm still waiting for the full film to come out, but the trailer is out. So if you guys can, go look up The Clearing 2020 trailer, and go run through the trailer a few times and see if you can spot me. And if anybody can leave a comment down below and say they found me, and if it's correct, I'll reply back and tell you that you're correct. But after working on that set was super cool. It was all the way out in like the desert part of California, like 3 hours away from SoCal. All the way out in this like kind of foresty nature park kind of thing, and they had this whole set up, and it was awesome. My last role that I played in the industry, or my last gig that I booked in the industry before I decided to take a break and start high school, was I landed a role. My character's name was Ben, and it was for a short film named Headway. This film was based on a true story, and all the characters were accurate, and all the characters were real. Ben in real life is a Brazilian kid who struggles with autism, and he was able to learn the art of jiu-jitsu, and that kind of helped cope with some of his struggles. And so that's what the story is about. And I didn't think too much of it going onto set, but when I started to have to become this character and just fully embrace myself to thinking that I'm not Hayden anymore, I am Ben. That's literally what you have to do. It was so crazy because I've never done something like that. I've always just showed up on set and just kind of like acted, but no, I had to fully embrace for this character. I did a lot of homework to study the character and learn how to act like Ben, and it was really cool. It was a really, really cool experience, and I'm super thankful for that. That film took about 6 months to film, and then we submitted it to a few film festivals, which we won a couple of them, and I was fortunate enough to receive the award for Best Young Actor of 2018, and I received a trophy from London. Super cool experience. I never thought something like that would happen. I literally just was trying to act in the film industry, and to hear that we won a film festival like that, and I won Best Young Actor of the Year, was like super cool. Super thankful for that. That whole experience, and everybody on the set of Headway was just so welcoming, and it was so beautiful. Every single time we were on set, it was just always a good time, and there was never any bad vibes, which is always amazing. But yeah, from there was when I started high school, and I realized that, well, I can't I can't go to full-time high school and act in the industry at the same time. It just that doesn't work. So I decided to take a break from acting for a little bit to start high school, and from there I started a club at high school. Um, so it was in Norco, California. It was at Norco High School, and I named my club Cougar Film Crew because our mascot was the Norco Cougars, and I was trying to teach people about how to use a camera and how to be a filmmaker and photographer, and just wanted to teach them cool stuff. Um, that was super fun. I really enjoyed uh, teaching kids that didn't know how to really work a camera, who have never really touched a camera in their life, for them to come to the club after school and for me to teach them was super super cool. I really enjoyed that, and I did that for 3 years, from freshman to junior year, um, until COVID hit, and then that is when we moved up to Oregon. Um, from there, I kind of just finished out homeschool junior year, and then I ended up moving back to California by myself to finish high school at Norco with my friends. Um, and then I moved back to Oregon, to where I'm living right now. And like I said, I'm going to community college and learning a lot. I'm learning honestly, about the jobs that I do want to do in the industry and the jobs that I don't want to do. Um, but yeah, that's just kind of like a little preview of what this podcast is going to be about. I really hope you guys enjoyed this little episode that I just talked about for 22 minutes. I really hope to see you guys tuning in for the next episode next week. Thank you very much for coming, and thank you very much for watching and sitting through this. I really hope you guys enjoyed. And without further ado, we will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.